what people say to me is the fact that what you've done through your life as far as playing and the commitment and passion to the music.
Jimmy Page has always been more than just a guitarist. He has been a symbol of dedication, obsession, and raw genius in rock music. To him, music was never simply a profession. It was a sacred calling. His commitment and passion turned him into not just the heart of Led Zeppelin, but a legend in his own right. But there's a part of his story few people know. Page, though polite in public, carried strong feelings towards certain figures in the music world. He rarely voiced these opinions outright, but in his heart, the names and faces of those he distrusted or disliked never faded. Now, at 81 years old, he's finally opening up, revealing 6 guitarists he never respected and in some cases outright hated. Eric Clapton Jimmy Page always kept his rivalry with Eric Clapton subtle, but it ran deep. Clapton was celebrated as God in the London music scene, yet Page felt that Clapton's fame was fueled more by image than pure musical evolution. While Clapton was adored, Page quietly believed his style lacked the daring edge that true rock innovation demanded. To him, Clapton was more polished than passionate. Jeff Beck, though Page and Beck once shared stages and even friendship, tensions grew over time. Beck's flashy style and craving for attention clashed with Page's belief in letting the music speak louder than the musician. The rivalry became personal, with Page seeing Beck not as a partner in art, but as a competitor who had betrayed trust. Jimi Hendrix, it may surprise fans, but Page was never in awe of Jimi Hendrix the way the world was. While millions considered Hendrix a revolutionary, Page often felt his performances leaned too heavily on showmanship, burning guitars, wild antics, and over-the-top displays. For Page, substance always mattered more than spectacle, and Hendrix's theatrics left him unimpressed. Pete Townshend is the leader of The Who. Pete Townshend was admired for smashing guitars and delivering chaos on stage. But for Jimmy Page, this was the very reason he disliked him. Page thought destroying instruments was disrespectful to the craft and a cheap way to grab attention. In his eyes, Townshend's violence toward guitars symbolized everything Page stood against in music. Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones had swagger, fame, and an unmistakable sound. But behind the scenes, his constant criticism of Led Zeppelin rubbed Page the wrong way. Richards once dismissed Zeppelin's music as hollow, and Page never forgave him for it. What stung even more was that Richards's comments felt less like honesty and more like jealousy. Eddie Van Halen's tapping technique changed guitar forever, but Page wasn't impressed. While the world hailed Eddie as a prodigy, Page viewed his style as flashy but soulless, built more for speed and tricks than emotional depth. To Page, music was about heart, not technical stunts, and Eddie's approach felt empty to him. Behind Jimmy Page's calm and collected image was a man with sharp opinions and deep convictions. His dislikes weren't just about jealousy. They came from a place of protecting the purity of music. He despised gimmicks, arrogance, and anything that felt fake in the art form he loved most. At 81, his revelations remind us that even legends carry grudges, and even gods of rock have their doubts about others who share the stage of history. Page's honesty shows that in the world of music, respect isn't automatic. It has to be earned, and in his eyes, these 6 guitarists never did.